Well, it looks like our feed got kicked off there for a second, probably telling me something that I want to hear. Anyway, this is the Daily Bend. I'm just out here in Holiday, Utah, out here in a parking lot. I'm definitely social distancing. I'm definitely trying to help and deal with a lot of things. Ryan the man. Ryan, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back if you were watching before. Ryan has his own shows. Denise, you've been such a great person to help out with different types of volunteer activities and things like that. Please continue to post. A lot of people out there that are watching or want to contribute. Please contribute. Message me. Good morning. Message me if you'd like to be a guest one morning on the Daily Bend. We go from about 9 to about 9:30 or 9:45. I want to highlight just regular people. That's what this is all about. Fred, love you, my man. Jay, I want to highlight regular people doing extraordinary things in this time of crisis and before and after. That's what the Daily Bend is all about, is highlighting people and letting them tell their stories in their own capacity, in their own way, and seeing and making sure there's connection, seeing if there's going to be connection between people with like-minded issues or problems. We all have similar, but when we all have one thing in common, and that has been this coronavirus and the whole quarantining and all those things. Denise says, thank you. We're all angels. Good morning. Bo Babka, thank you. TJ Hancock, one of my son's schoolmates. What an inspiration TJ is. Everybody that's coming up, there's a lot of people on this feed that come up that I can think of so many amazing stories and so many amazing stories in and out of adversity with everyone on Facebook, all my friends on Facebook and my friends that are out there. This is not about me. This is about you, and this is about helping each other, helping humanity, highlighting people that and we all have the same types of things, but going through those issues and how some people have gone through them and made it through it. That's what Bowed Not Broken is all about. It's about faith in yourself. You can have faith in a higher being, God, whatever your faith is, but ultimately you have got to find ways to build faith within yourself. And whether that's with God, whether that's with activities, whatever it might be, doing things outside your comfort zone, faith in yourself will help you. And what I try and do with these podcasts, or social casts I call them, is help people understand that we're all in this thing together. So part of Bowed Not Broken is faith in yourself, courage. When you have that faith, you tend to step out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone, we love our little comfort zones. And the good thing about considering yourself Bowed Not Broken is it's just a play on name, but the courage to go and do things that you've never done. Okay, thank you, Jay. Things that you've never done in your life, or situations that you've never been in, but you can learn from somebody else. That's an important thing to understand. So every day so courage, faith, courage, and endurance is part of Bowed Not Broken. The endurance part is physical and mental, going through those waves. I'm an old surfer, still love to surf, but the analogy or the visual is waves that continue and happen throughout your life. They come and they go. There's sets of waves. We get into the intricacy of surfing. We wait for those sets. Well, those sets can either be positive or those can be negative. And if we consider them negative, there's got to be a way. We got to surf out of them. You surf out, you call it, or you don't take that wave. Sometimes you surf the wave, and guess what? You fall flat. You get jumbled up in the current. You get jumbled up. You're going ass over tea kettle. That's Bowed Not Broken. Faith, courage, and endurance. And what I'm trying to give people is an opportunity every morning to vent, an opportunity to post positive things, a way to connect. If you're seeing people on here that you might connect with or want to connect with, please connect with them or reach out to me, and I'll find a way to connect you. It's so important that we keep this human connection, even if it's this way. We keep this human connection as long as we possibly can, because who knows what's going to happen. I mean, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories. There's all kinds of, normal, it's just a virus, that type of thing. I don't even know whether the world's going to get back the same way it was or not. We don't know that. We have no idea of knowing what's going to happen. And this is just my little way. Again, it's not about me. My little way of allowing people to come on, that want to come on and talk about, like I said, I'm going to learn the Zoom thing and the, how to split screen and how to all those kinds of things. But for now, if you want to come on and talk about some of your challenges, some of the things that are going on in your life, I welcome that. That's what this is all about. It's not a downer. It's a positive thing. It's a bow not broken thing. It's a lift up, connecting with people with similar issues other than the corona, COVID-19 or whatever you want to call it. We've talked about all kinds of things, but there's one thing I do. If you got on a fun note, if you've got a meme or something that you really like, post it on this page, post it out. Let's keep the humor going. The humor is, we need to have humor. If we don't have humor, then I think we fall into a real sad situation. So please post your memes that you think are funny. Obviously, Facebook's going to take a look at them, make sure they're not too crazy. We're policed by Facebook, obviously, because this is the platform we're on. And also, let me know if anybody's receiving any stimulus checks. I know, $1,200 per person or $500 for children may not seem like a whole lot, and we always, we never want to rely on government. I'm not a person that, believes in relying on government for everything, but it's obviously a help. It's obviously something. And I choose not to criticize any of our officials at the moment, other than I am criticizing whatever's been put in place for businesses, which is some businesses you can go into and other businesses you can't. And I don't see really the difference if there's brick and mortar. But anyway, I don't want to get into that. So posting your favorite meme or telling us about your favorite meme. What are you going to do with your stimulus check? Do you want to share your story? How would you like to share your story with us each and every day at 9 o'clock? I was very hesitant on doing this, but it's all raw. It's all real. I can talk till I'm blue in the face, but I'd love to have some people. I'm going to have some people. We had Christian Jensen. We had Bill Rapley. I'm going to have Eric Mutos, who is kind of the start of some his own, and not only his own, but trying to revive business in this economy, and with some common sense ways of doing it. And I hope to have him on in the next little while, which would be fun to have him on. What's on your mind? That's what this is all about. What's on your mind? I appreciate those that are watching again every morning at 0900. It's probably a good time. We have people all over the country that are watching, which is so true. Megan, so true. I have struggled with the lifestyle change during this time. I've found that taking time to enjoy, I want to make sure I can read this. During this time, I've found that taking time to enjoy the beautiful things. I take my son fishing. It's beautiful emotional release. Awesome. Going fishing. I'm just hoping they don't close down those types of things. They've closed down some things, but that's a great opportunity. Me too. Is everybody walking 45 minutes a day? I'm going to point my finger. There we go. Are you walking 45 minutes? Is everybody walking? Are you going fishing? Are you going hiking? Are you going biking? Are you going whatever it is to get you physical? But 45 minutes a day, that's the most important thing. Denise, let me read Denise, what Denise had to say. Not that some of you can't see it on your dial, or your dial. That's an old TV saying. I can't seem to get the more. My son tried to commit suicide by breaking his sobriety with what he knew to be dangerous. It instead created the addiction. I can't get that oh, there we go. Instead, it created the addiction stronger immediately. Guess what? He chose to seek help and therapy, and just now left for rehab. Hashtag blessed for second chance. Today, I'm grateful for all of us who help to lift each other up. That's awesome. That is fantastic. I hope you'll read that from Denise. And Lori also has some things like that. Jason, the famous Jason Cisneros, who always looks good when he's doing his show. That's the Misfit Nation. That's another thing we ought to be plugging, because, well, he's even more advanced. He's got all kinds of good technology. He has a show. I think he's going to once a week, but the Misfit Nation is all about Bowed Not Broken. It's people that have made mistakes, come back, done all kinds of things. And Jason has a huge following. And if any of you are interested, take a look at, the Misfit Nation, Jason Cisneros. He also does, just an amazing guy. Has done unbelievable for business and other businesses. He's a motivational guy. I went to his conference called Unstoppable, and came back with a renewed energy to start doing Bowed Not Broken, the Daily Bend little shows that I do. He really knows how to motivate folks, and just is a real authentic guy. You got to hear his story. So go to Jason's page, things like that, and you'll see it. Bill, the Olympian. Bill's on watching. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate you watching for a little while. You're a guy I want to have on. You've been on the Daily Bend before and talked about some of your struggles, your amazing athletic career, your amazing life, business life. But I don't think it's any secret. You've struggled, like we've all struggled and had issues. But we've told your story and want to tell it again. I want to tell your story again, because it's a good motivator for everyone. Bill's an Olympic medalist, a motivator as well, a guy I met him years ago, and I don't know how I met him, but man, he's just one of those guys. And I thank you for listening. I could go through the whole list. Lori says to Denise, I'm happy. There's positive outcome. This is a dangerous time for clean addicts. This is exactly what we need to be talking about, because I know 2 people who have relapsed in the last 2 weeks. There's going too much change. A lot of problems. Reach out. That's why I keep preaching. Reach out to people. I know that many of you aren't licensed clinical therapists, and addiction therapists and things like that. That's okay. Get people to go to that, but all those type of people, but also, just listen. If you were to listen to some of those issues, I know it's not that easy sometimes, and I'm not trying to say we're going to need to enable everyone, but I think we don't listen enough, and maybe this time is a good time. Again, I said this is the no judgment zone. This Daily Bend is the no judgment zone. We just ought to be listening, because a lot of times that happens. If anybody's been, excuse me, that's an allergy cough. If anybody has known through this time, it's the importance of the connection and listening. If anybody's been in a relationship, obviously we try and solve everyone's problems, but just don't do that unless they asked for help. A lot of people just want to hear. A lot of people just want to hear themselves and listen. Somebody to listen. Bill, yo, brother. Share started. I have not, but going to start walking good. 45, 45. Okay, that's the new gang sign. 45, 45th Street. 45th Street, Bo Not Brokeners. Yes. Jason, love you, brother. Let's get together and grab a workout. I'd love to do that. That'd be awesome, dude. You got all the equipment. I'll be listening, Chris. Thank you. 0900. Thank you each day. I appreciate it. Destiny, my friend. Bill, we gotta get you on too. We have to let people know that they matter regardless of other addictions and their past. Paige, thank you very much. You know what? Shit happens. People do shit. People make mistakes. And you know what? We wouldn't be human. I've always said, if you don't make enemies, if you don't make mistakes, then you really haven't lived. Hopefully we learn from our mistakes. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes sometimes our mistakes and our problems are packaged in very similar visions or very similar things. I have a problem. I have a problem with always going with in my profession, we're going with a company or with a group of people that have promised me, you know, all kinds of money and this if I work hard, and then I work hard and I make the wrong, and then they can't pay me. So it's like, you know, startups. I guess that's my problem professionally, but I know what you're talking about as far as Paige. I think, you know, the addiction side, and we all have, there's different addictions to different things. I mean, all the addictions that are going to come out of this, other than drugs, well, we're going to have drugs and alcohol and eating and you know, who knows? I mean, if you call porn an addiction as well, I mean, all these weird, all the addictions that we have as humans, they're not going to go away. Okay. Not going to go away. Here's the key that needs to be used. We have to remember, this is from Paige again. We have to remember that we have to watch what we say and what we think, because again, I'm trying to get the whole thing here. Because what we say and think comes to reality. Exactly. We talk about it all the time on Bo Not Broken. We talk about what you think does become reality. At the moment, that's why it's so important to positively project and not negatively project. And that's what this whole little Bo Not Broken thing is. This whole Daily Bend is projecting good things. Start thinking about what's going to happen when we come out of this. What were you struggling with that maybe you've fixed? Maybe you haven't fixed it. Let's try and find ways to help each other out. Paige looks like a tremendous resource, like Denise and a lot of these other people. People that are addicted turn to drugs and alcohol because they want to belong, and they didn't feel that since. I just love, there we go. Feel that like since they are good enough, but yet they are. You're right. And we always talk about you matter. We always talk about you are valued. You are valued by someone. And a lot of people, and you know what's unfortunate? I go back to kind of a law enforcement lesson, and it kind of softens my heart a little bit. Some of the greatest people, we're all good people, but some of the greatest people that pass away or in the line of duty that have died, we get together and we celebrate their lives. We honor them. And one of the things I learned over 20 plus years is that some of the times that was the only time that I ever got to associate with all of my friends, or, you know, we go to funerals, we go to whatever it is. But then what's said at a funeral is usually all positive. I mean, everybody makes mistakes and has different types of lives. I guess my point is that I'm getting to the point. The point is that we need to be telling others good things now and not at their funerals. Because that's really important. I mean, it's good to hear. We should be telling people, and we should have a vulnerability about us to be able to do that. And we have to be vulnerable to listen and really understand that message. If someone says, wow, you look really great today, or my, you're just doing a great job at this or that, you have to be open to receiving that message as well. And I think during this time, I think we have to focus on that. I'm the worst at that. Compliments, I'm the worst at that. I have to really work at that, because I was such a progressive, strong athlete for so long, and perfection was the most important thing. And I found I didn't learn it until Bowed Not Broken got unleashed a few years ago. We're all bowed and not broken. But we all have to understand and learn how to receive those things. Anyway, Ryan, people make shit happen. Good. I like that. We have to be thankful that God's in our life. We can talk to him. That's great. And there are people out there. If you're in organized religion, whatever it might be, Darlene, Brandy, thanks. Renee, thanks. Oh, my buddy Keith, my oldest friend. I don't know if you're still watching or not. I'm looking forward to the reunion. We have a 40th high school reunion next September. Hopefully we could still have it, but Keith is and we haven't talked too much over the years, but I'll tell you what, when I think of my childhood, I think about such a great example to the world was Keith, and still is. A man of faith, great faith, a man of just great integrity. Keith, love you, man. Jeff, Christian Jensen, my buddy. Amen, brother. Thanks. We connected with Eric. Hopefully I'm going to talk to Eric, on the phone this morning. Going to have him on. Justin, thanks for watching as usual. Denise is proud of her son. Thank you very much for saying that. And he should know that. He should know that. We need to be telling him that. Janae Grogan, Janae, I know you've had your challenges just like I have, and we all have. You're a warrioress. I've been watching what you've been doing over the years, and you're coming back. You've come back. You've made that comeback a long time ago. That's awesome, Denise. Thank you very much. I appreciate those comments. Well, it's been about 35 or more minutes on two different. We got cut off there. This is not about me. This is about you and you sharing. So please continue to share online here on the Facebook post. I'm going to repost it. You share it, please. Invite people to my page. The page that I can take more people on is called Bowed. It's BEAU''D. Please, just like it, and then because I post on both. We got the Superman, and we can do the titty dance with Superman as well. I know some people are offended by the titty dance, but I think it's pretty funny. And yes, we're all warriors in one way or another. And we need to help each other out. And that's what this Daily Bend is all about. It's about sharing some of the issues that we're having. We're all going through, right now, we're all going through the same thing. And I said that before again and again, but I want to hear from you, some of your struggles, some of your issues that you've gone through, that might help somebody connecting on here. Good. Yep. It's just Bowed, BEAU''D. You can look it up. BowedNotBroken.com. Also, I haven't fixed that page yet, but we'll do that here pretty soon as well. This is about you sharing. And I just want to thank everybody for watching, listening, contributing. We'll see you again tomorrow. We're going to get more sophisticated as time goes on. We'll just get more sophisticated with being able to bring people on and have them share other than just typing in. And hope you'll join me tomorrow and every day at 0900. This is the Daily Bend, and remember that life is all about the bend.